Adam Wells from WPSD in Paducah. Tevin, KJ, what do you remember most about your experiences the last time at the NCAA tournament, and how much have you kind of relayed that this week specifically to the guys that haven't experienced this yet?
I mean, we really haven't talked about that as much, but I mean, me remembering just the environment that we played in when we were in Connecticut, and just telling the guys that it's going to be a lot of people in there, but I feel like as a team, we're pretty mature and we live up for the moment like that.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing Tevin said, just going out into big crowds like this, and just we live for those type of moments to play in front of crowds like that.
Let's go to the front row here.
Gary Graves from the Associated Press. For Tevin and KJ, you two as a scoring tandem, you all obviously have a pretty good working, playing relationship, but how has that kind of developed over the years, and how have you all kind of played off of each other toward that end?
Me and Tevin, we're competitive with each other. We was always picking each other up with either scoring or just playing with each other exceptionally. It just us having that relationship from our freshman year to now, and we just keep building as the years go around.
It's just a level of competition between us. I mean, we know how to, like he said, we know how to pick each other up when we're down. We know when to talk trash to get the other one to play better. And as far as us scoring and playing together, it just makes my job a lot easier when he's doing good, and his job a lot easier when I'm doing good.
For those of you that are with us on Zoom, if any of you like to ask a question, please hit the raise hand function, and we will call out when you have the chance. And any other questions from those in front of us, to go over to WLKY right here.
Yeah, questions for Tevin. Dominique Gates with WLKY. How important is it, or how much has it been discussed that you guys are just only focusing on, you say, one game at a time? Because, people will talk about potential matchups down the road. So is it something that comes up that you all are trying to key in on, just like the first round matchup?
I mean, we see people talk about it on social media, but as far as in our program, we don't worry about looking ahead to any other teams. We just worry about what we have to do next.
Let's go back to right here.
Adam Wells with WPSD again. Justice, since you guys arrived last night, what has your experience been here, and how much have you talked to Kevin and KJ about the experience and how to handle this atmosphere for the first time?
Yeah, we've been talking about it pretty much. Probably not even just the past week. Leading up to this, we've talked about, obviously making the NCAA tournament has been a goal of ours since the season started. But yeah, just having two guys that have been here before with that experience has definitely been helpful. Just telling me, like they said, there's going to be a lot of people here, what to expect, and not to look forward, just focus one game at a time.
Any further questions? Go right next to you. Go ahead.
Jeff Bidwell, WPSD. Justice, it's been kind of called point guard you here at Murray for the last decade or so. And I know Coach McMahon has had his hands on a lot of great point guards, but in your mind, what makes a great point guard, especially for Matt McMahon?
In a system like this, I feel like just knowing when to score and my opportunity comes, and also when to give my other teammates shots. Definitely have two players beside me that can go for 30-plus points each and every night. So just definitely knowing when to get them shots and where to get them, where they like to shoot the ball at, and just things like that, I think is really what makes this point guard you.
Kenny Rolfe, Murray State Radio Network. Tevin, you are the all-time leading three-point scorer in the history of the Ohio Valley Conference. Talk about how your game has evolved from being more than just a shooter into what you are today.
I mean, I feel like the coaches, as far as a development point, really helped me out. When I first got here, I didn't do much dribbling. The only thing I did was stand in the corner and shoot the ball, but now they have given me the freedom running off of screens, using ball screens, making reads on my own. I feel like I've really went from a 1 to a 10 as far as my player development standpoint.
Any further questions for the student? Let's go right back here. We'll come right back over there. Go ahead, bud.
Adam Wells again from WPSD. For any of the guys, just now that you've seen game video or game film on San Francisco, what's the biggest thing that jumps out when you watch them, and how maybe similar are they compared to you guys?
I mean, I feel like what we do works. We don't really have to change anything. We just have to critique what we do as far as today goes and tomorrow before practice, and just lock in on the key things that they do, and I feel like it should be a good game.
Yeah, I'll second that. I feel like Coach said we don't really have to change anything we do, just have to do what we do at a higher level. They have a really good team, so I feel like you said, everybody talk about second-round matchups, but we're definitely looking forward to only this game because this is a really good team that I feel like it's going to be a hard game to win.
KJ, anything to add?
Yeah, to follow what they said, just playing to our principles on the offensive and defensive end. Of course, they have a really good team, and they have firepower from the point guard to big positions. We just have to go out and just play our game.
Kenny Roth, Murray State Radio Network. This is for all three of you. What is it about the culture of the Murray State program that has been able to last for multiple years with players coming and going? What is it about it now that makes the culture so good at Murray State?
Have all three answer this one. KJ, we'll start with you.
It's a program where anybody would love to play for. Just I'll start with the fans. Just the fan support from where we travel, they travel with us, and just wherever we go, they go. So of course, to that, and then as a team, we just try to build a relationship with each other on and off the court, to where we just talk to each other in bad situations and good situations.
Justice, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, like you said, the fan situation, definitely I feel like we have a high major fan support. I feel like the coaching staff here really takes the time out and works with you individually and helps you grow not only on the court, but teaches you how to be a man just in life, and just helps you in situations that, other bigger schools where there's more things around, really you don't have the chance to focus on. I feel like in Murray, I feel like the basketball team is really just a focus point in the center of the city. So I feel like just the tradition that Murray State brings really helps the tradition that you asked about.
And then Tevin, your thoughts?
I feel like as far as our fans, they're a part of our culture as well. So the entire program is family oriented. No matter where you come from or what you've been through, when you come here, it's like having a second family away from your home. And as far as the coaches go with the family part, they really are like mentors and second, third, fourth dads to us whenever we're here by ourselves, and being away from our family.
We have a question from Zoom. Let's go to Lee Wright. Lee, go ahead with your question, please.
Well, actually, it's John Wright.
Sorry,
from
John.
The Murray Western Times, using my wife's computer. Guys, y'all been at Memphis and you've been at Auburn this year. Being in those atmospheres, do you think that prepares you for the big lights of tomorrow night?
KJ, we'll start with you.
Like we said before, we look up to moments like this. Just come out and just play our game and look up to the potential that we play. So we just come out and just play regular basketball.
Justice, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I definitely feel like moments like those prepared us for these, but I also wouldn't overlook just our games at home. Sometimes it's just as exciting as those on the road. So I feel like we've been prepared for games like this throughout the entire season.
And Tevin.
The environments of those games, I feel like, prepared us for this because, as everyone in the country knows, the jungle is one of the hardest places to play in. And Memphis having so much talent and being such a hyped-up game, I feel like that really helped us as well.
Right over here.
Tevin, 12 days between games. I know you guys needed a few days to rest up after a physical conference tournament, but has it been difficult to stay sharp with this much time in between games?
I mean, with a coach like Coach Matt, no, I don't feel like it is because he's always on go no matter what it is, whether it's the day before the game or 2 weeks before the game. He does a great job of keeping us locked in no matter how far it is in between games. For us, it's just a matter of who we're playing and when and where we're going to be playing at. That's the only thing that we were concerned about. But as far as us staying sharp, we weren't really worried about that.